creativity, kindness,
Justice.
peace, autonomy, discovery,
Nature.
initiative,
So,
joyful learning,
grace.
mercy, peaceful learning,
Building self-comfort.
independence,
Problem solving.
village, authenticity,
Mindfulness.
Red Cottage Montessori.
Red Cottage Montessori is running a capital campaign because we have this great need to expand the school. We started as a school of 7 children 5 years ago, and today we have 38. We finally found our home at Basin Children's Home on the edge of Red Wing. The property is historic. It's been around since 1927. It was where Lutheran Social Service of Minnesota began. It's where, in the beginning, orphans came to live and feel a part of a family here, and later on it became a home for children with severe disabilities. The cottages have been vacant for 4 years as Lutheran Social Service has moved to a group home model instead of a more institutional setting, and so these beautiful cottages were left unattended. And we were so fortunate, Red Cottage and Lutheran Social Services combined together, and we've made a partnership to make this work so that the school had a home and that the cottages had children again. The beautiful part is that Red Cottage isn't just about Montessori and paying your tuition and coming to a really, really high quality education. It's also about family and it's about community.
It was just great to see the commitment of all the parents and the collective body, like the governing board and Kai and her other fellow teachers. It was that close community that everyone wanted, and it's become that, and I'm sure it's even growing way beyond that at this point.
Red Cottage is just great. We love it. We love it that we're not really people in a school. We're a family, and we're always involved with other parents and learning from other people. We're just a family.
Our cottages are set up like homes. There's a living room and a kitchen, but then there's a bunch of bedrooms, which doesn't really make for good classroom space. So a few walls need to come down, new flooring needs to be put in, and a commercial kitchen needs to be put in so that we can serve food. All of these things will just enhance the experience that children have in their learning environments.
I love books, but I love hearts, but animals are the best thing I love. Butterflies, they have different wing colors.
We opened our doors on January 2nd of 2011. We used to be just a school of 7 children, ages 3 to 6. And over time, families realized that this is what they wanted for their younger siblings, and they wanted their children to be able to stay at Red Cottage and go through elementary here as well.
Looking forward to putting my son when he gets to the 18 months. Can't wait. He's 8 months, 10 months, 10 more months to go.
And because of that drive, we are what we are today, and we have a great future in mind. The neat part is that we've been able to use our method to educate families of Red Wing about what education can be and should be.
He takes pride in, sometimes, okay, because he's 6, he takes pride in organization and beautifying his environment. So at home, we always eat at the table. The centerpiece, we have cloth napkins. He sets the table, he takes pride in that.
I'll just say as a parent, you know, what was reassuring, I mean, for me, is that every day Alexandria wanted to be here. We felt like she was learning and exploring, and we were as excited as she was about it. I think all parents can relate to wanting the very best for their child. I just felt like we were getting that. And
Absolutely. Yep.
It is the longest standing form of education in the world that has been untouched and unchanged. It has been around for 110 years. Montessori was founded on the idea that children learn naturally, and if they're provided with an environment of materials that an adult can link them to, and that materials actually do the teaching and not the adult. And so if you kind of get into that mindset, that gives you an idea of what Montessori is all about. But really, at the crux of it is learning independence and learning how to grow up with the things around you, including a community. Do your best, take your time, enjoy the little things, notice the little things.
exploring new ways of thinking about things seems very natural to her now, and I think that was for sure an outcome from Red Cottage and Montessori.
She is so caring about other kids. She loves to be friends with anybody. She just likes to make friends everywhere we go.
I think that a lot of the things that come naturally and easy to her in a traditional classroom setting were fostered.
and enhanced because of her involvement in
Yeah, the
Montessori.
seed was planted at Red Cottage Montessori.
Every child is on their own individual path, so there is no one set curriculum. There is no day where they come to school and say, we're going to learn the letter A and the color brown. There just isn't that day.
Her English language has improved a lot. I've seen it on her. She's using words that I don't even know how to pronounce. She is doing really good in English. She's just doing her 2 languages. When she has to speak Spanish, she speaks it perfect, and when she has to speak English, she does it too. She's just natural in both languages.
Every day is different for every child, and the child is really in charge of their own learning.
I feel like this is a smaller, more peaceful world. Here, I feel he can make more choices about what he learns and who he is.
Each child can probably be thinking on the way to school, oh, I'd like to do this, this, and this today, because they drive their own learning.
I like when I have new stuff like reading and doing new stuff. This is our work plans. We got to, there's a lot, but I'm not going to show off anybody else's because I don't know if they're going to be happy. This is mine. We started making our own work plans with this. Miss Nicole usually did it for us way back in the then, see? And now we do it ourselves. Well, we play. Playground, play in the woods.
The teacher's job in the classroom is really to observe every child and nudge them forward in their own learning when they're ready.
And if I get anything done, it kind of makes me good. And I like it very much.
Every path looks different. That makes for lifelong, joyful learning.
We had a lot of time doing science outside, getting the stuff from nature.
But for me, childhood is a time to be free and wild and discover things. And so last week when he had his jeans completely tattered and they weren't in the morning, I was a happy mom because that looks like he'd been climbing and running and falling. he was just full of light.
And that's really what Montessori is all about.
And the thing I really like about school is you get to learn and have fun and play outside, get snack and have brain break and have lunch.
Red Cottage is expanding. We just added a toddler room this year, and we also added an elementary room this year, and we're hoping to add a second elementary room one time. The first one is 1st through 3rd graders, but we also like to add in the future a 4th through 6th grade classroom. To do that involves a lot, especially training dedicated teachers. That's mostly what the program development portion of our capital campaign would go for, is to make sure that we have highly trained teachers that are vested in our community, that want to stay in Red Wing, so that we aren't looking at turning over teachers in a few years, that these teachers would be here for their career. With every lovely classroom, there's a need for furniture. The materials in a Montessori classroom stay out on the shelves for the entire year. There is no huge storage closet where teachers are constantly putting new things out. 90% of the materials in a room are out on the shelves all year long because there's children at all levels and all ages using them. With that comes a lot of shelving and a lot of specialized furniture, as well as good tables and chairs that children can sit at to work at. We want ergonomically correct seating so that their bodies aren't stressed when they're working. Furniture for parents and a parent lounge so that they can have meetings and gather. It means that in the future, when we're able to finish off our auditorium, that we have places for everyone of our whole Montessori community to sit. The materials are one of the main important components of a Montessori environment. The materials are what truly do the teaching and allow children to come back and repeat things so that they can master a concept. The beautiful part about a Montessori environment is the materials are actually long-lasting. Most of them are made out of natural materials like wood or metal or ceramic, which gives them a longevity. There isn't a lot of paper pushing, there isn't a lot of photocopying. Most of it are things that children can manipulate and use with their hands to gain a concept. With that, the investment comes on the front end because you need all of the materials right up front so that children at different levels and different interests have the opportunity to work on what they want to work on. Our investment of materials is one of the most important investments that we're making. We've got a lot to renovate. We have 4 beautiful cottages right now. We are renovating 2 of them. We would like to make the space that we need for the appropriate size Montessori classroom. The children's house really should be able to hold 25 children, plus 2 bathrooms. The toddler room looks great, but they need a large motor area right now. The elementary rooms are broken up into little bedrooms right now, and we'd like to expand so that they have one big learning space. So the renovations are including removing walls, putting up new walls, renovating bathrooms, putting in new flooring. We also want to renovate some of our outdoor area. We want to make sure that we have nice big concrete pads outside of each classroom so that children can take their work right outside. There should be no reason for them to stay inside all day if it's beautiful outside. We also want to make sure that we can install gardens and some other sensory learning opportunities outside for children. Red Cottage is a very unique school and a very unique Montessori school. We have a very firm belief that all children should have the opportunity to receive and experience a high-quality education, whether they're 18 months old, whether they're 9 years old, whether they come from a single-parent household on a very minimal income, or whether they have 2 professional parents. Every child belongs at Red Cottage. Because of that, we offer a very, very extensive tuition assistance program every year. This year, our tuition assistance give out has been over $60,000 to ensure that every child can come to Red Cottage. It's really all about the community. It's all about making ensure that children of all walks of life can be here. And that's what makes a real community and a real family. We believe in diversity at its fullest, and that it's one of the most beautiful parts about being human is that we're not all the same. And we celebrate that at Red Cottage almost every day. A financial burden then put on the school that money to renovate and money to buy new materials and money to train staff isn't there. And that's the crux of the capital campaign. We so dearly want to be able to offer Red Cottage to everybody. We so badly want Montessori to be a part of everybody's home, but we can't without your help.